Hello guys, welcome to PTK. Now we are going to discuss about loops in Python. In general, statements are executed sequentially. The first statement is in a function is executed first, the following by the second, and so on. There may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. Programming language provides various controls structures that allow for more complicated execution paths. A loop statement allows you to execute a statement or group of statements multiplied times. The following diagram illustrates a loop statement. So when the condition is true, it will go to a conditional code and execute, and if the condition is false, then it will go to the rest of the code. But when the condition is false, skips the condition and executes the rest of the code. Python provides three types of loop. They are called for loop, while loop, and nested loops. What's a for loop? For loop executes a sequence or statement multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. What's a while loop? Let me even explain to you. Repeats a statement or group of statements while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. Nested loops. You can use one or more loop instead of another while, for, or do while loop for loop statements. A loop statement is used for iterating over a sequence that is either a list, tuple, a dictionary, set, or a string. This is less like a keyword for other programming languages and works more like an iterative method as found in other object-oriented programming languages. So this is the sequence that is for iterating variable. Then we have to give and sequence. Then we have to give statements. If a sequence contains an expression list, it is abbreviated first. Then the first item in the sequence is assigned to the iterating variable. Next, the statement block is executed each time the list is assigned to. Now let me explain the for loop in the flowchart. If script encounters the for loop will check the sequence item. Then it will execute all the for loop statements. So if this is the sequence, one item will go here. Then from the item, execute the statements and execute the rest of the code. If a sequence contains an expression list, it is evaluated first. Then the first item in the sequence is assigned to the iterating variable. Next, the statement block is executed. So this is the iterating variable. Each time in the list is assigned to iterating variable, and the statement block will execute until the entire sequence is exhausted. Now let me give one for loop example. This is called looping through lists. So this is one example. So in this list I give 6 elements. They are mango, orange, cherry, banana, apple, pomegranate. So what we are doing here? So first, to write a loop statement, first we have to give for as the keyword. Then we have to keep an iterating variable. I kept that. Then we have to keep in, and so this is called looping to list. So we have to give a list, that's fruits. So what else come here? Every element come here goes to the X. So if you are executing X, will come this. Let me show you. If I executed, it came. So what I did here is that I gave it multiply by 2. So it will come mango, mango, orange, orange, cherry, cherry, banana, banana, apple, pomegranate, pomegranate. So here, as I said. But if I don't keep both, so it came like this. It came one by one. So first mango, mango, then this one mango, mango. It came like that. Now let me give looping to a string. So if I kept pomegranate as the string, so here, so I get the iterating char. I call it iter. So how many letters are there here? It will count to the char iterating variable. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it comes to the char iterating variable. So if we print char, but and there's no more item in the sequence, so it will execute the rest of the code after P, after E. So there was no more item in the sequence, so it skips it and executes the rest of the code. This is the rest of the code. So now let me give looping to range. Before that, let me explain what is range. So range means it do that first we keep first, then we give the iterating variable, then we have to keep in, then we have to keep range. Then in circular brackets we give start value, a stop value, and a subside value. Let me tell you about it. First, let me give one range example. Here it is. So this is the stop value. That means it will stop right there. So that means it will start from 0 and until 6. So let's let it come. It ends till 6. Now let me show you another example. So you know that when I don't give this, you only know that it will only start from 0 and end till 6. If it's 7, it will end till 6 if it's 7. So if I give 1, that means that it will start. This is called start value. Start value means it will start from there. So I'm going to give, and this is called subside value. That means it increments 1 by 1. Even without this, it's same. It's optional. It will come up. So if I say, before I said it starts from 0, but it starts because I guess start from 1 here. I keep it from 3. It comes like because it starts from 3. Now I keep 0 here and I'm going to keep 2. That means it will increase by 2 by 2 by 2. So this is the starting number. So 0 plus 2 is 2. Then after 2 plus 2 is 4. And 4 plus 2 is 6. It only ends till there. So you understand what's the start value, stop value, and step size value in range. Now let me give for loop with if condition. So in this for loop, I'm going to give an if condition. Now let me tell you about for loop with if condition. So let me give an example of that. So here I gave a range. So x multiplied by 2 equals 0. That means when you know that module gives the answer only with reminder. So if the 0 comes as the reminder, it's an even number. So it will go 1 by 1. So the first is 1. So it will check if it's an even number or number by modulate. And it will come as an odd number. So and 2 comes as an even number as the reminder comes 0. So here, so 1 is an odd number. As I said, it came. So now let me tell you another example. There is called else in for loop. The else keyword in a for loop specifies a block of code to be executed when the loop is finished. So what do you mean by that? So this is a string. So you know that it will execute P, O, M, E, G or the all strings. So when it's finished, it executes this. But in if condition, when it's true only, when it's false only, it executes the else. But here it's not like that. After executing this whole thing, it will execute this. So, as I said, it came. Now let me tell you about nested loops. So what's a nested loop? So a nested loop is inside a loop. The inner loop will be executed one time for each iteration of the outer loop. If you want to execute something at the end for loop, we'll use else condition. Let me give you an example to show you. So I get two for loops. So this is the outer for loop. The x is the iterating variable, but in the inner loop, this is the iterating variable for this. So they here only are two, but what's going to execute? So because there are three characters here, it will come like this. It will execute 1, 1, 1. That means 1 apple, 1 banana, 1 cherry. Then it will execute 2 apple, 2 banana, and 2 cherry. So it came like that. There are three types of loop control statements. They are break statement, continue statement, pass statement. What's a break statement? It terminates the loop statement and transfers execution to the statement immediately following the loop. Now, with the break statement, we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items. Now, let me show you one loop break statement. So here is it. So what was it going to do? So it's going to break the when the condition meets the break statement, it breaks the sequence and execute the rest of the code. So as I said, break, there is no apple pomegranate. So it executed already. So it will break banana afterwards. So it goes mango, orange, cherry, banana. Then it stops because it breaks the sequence. Now let me give another break statement, but it's going to be a quite different for it. So exit the loop when x is banana, but this time the break comes before the print. Let me give you that example. So here's it. So before I kept this here, before I kept this print statement here, but now I kept here. So what difference is going to happen? There is going to be different. Before, when this was here, there was even banana but no apple pomegranate. But this time there's mango, orange, cherry only. So here's how when we do like that. If I keep mango, there's no more item in the sequence as I break that too. So all code breaks down. Now let me tell you about the continue statement. With the continue statement, we can stop the current iteration from the loop and continue with the next. So let me give one continue example. So here is the example. So what does it come? A mango, orange, cherry, banana, apple, pomegranate. That did not did anything. It simply continued. So now let me give another continue statement. This time, if we exit the loop when x is banana, but this time the break comes before, the continue comes before the print. Let me show you. So now what's the difference between here? At break even I did the same. This was actually here. But I kept it here. Let's see what does it come from. Mango, orange, cherry, apple, pomegranate, because when it executed this, it skipped it and it continued from apple, pomegranate. If I give mango, it simply leaves, it won't execute that, but it will come orange, cherry, banana, apple, pomegranate. So this is how. Now let me tell you about the past statement. It's very easy as well. The past statement. For loops cannot be empty, but if for some reason a loop statement with no can put in past statement to avoid getting an error. So let me show you. So here you're not doing anything, right? I simply kept the past. So it cannot be empty. Otherwise it will come an error. So here's it. So I kept for fruit in fruit, but I did nothing. I didn't did anything. I didn't break or continue. But for loops can't be empty. So it came nothing. It's just simply came. So this is if we don't want to if you don't want to do something, we can even use the past statement on conditions. This is the end of our episode. For now, bye bye.